looking a star. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to talent, that's not all. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants, so subscribe.
Hello. Oto Jameta. Oto Jameta. Oto Jameta. It's been a while, you guys. Hello, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Debbie. You are welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you are welcome. My name is Debbie. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating, should you subscribe or not? What are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. And to all my old-time, new-time subscribers, thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate you guys. God bless you, and you will get support everywhere you look onto in Jesus' name. Anyway, you guys, I quickly want to do like a rundown of what went on in the last presidential election. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I know a lot of people was doing videos, you know, on internet, on Instagram. I mean, a lot of people have been making videos and stuff. However, I actually want to cover the side of the unimaginable dramas that ensue during, before that presidential election, during, after, and also the drama springing up for this upcoming governorship election that is going to come up on Saturday. So you guys, I'm going to just tell you now that a lot of people, I read comments, I see some comments, you know, sometimes social media, if you cannot really control your emotions, you will just see yourself falling around all over the places, like, you know, defending the indefensible, defending people that don't know you, defending people that don't really care about you, defending people that when they see each other, they gather together, they have meal together, they break bed together. And you, the useful idiot, you are there just fighting each other. What I'm telling you is similar to a comment I actually left on Gistlover's page maybe this afternoon, let me say this afternoon, when I saw that they actually burnt some market. I can't remember the market, but is mostly populated, is mostly occupied by the Igbos who are living in Lagos. And if you don't know, you know, a lot of tribalism, tribal kind of war has been brewing among the Yorubas and the Igbos due to what had happened during the last presidential election. And Tinubu was declared the winner. Even though, even me, myself, I would say is, a lot of people will say, oh, blah, 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 blah. He won the election, even though I don't live in Nigeria and everything, but I'm not a supporter of Tinubu or APC or PDP or even Labour Party, to be honest, because sometimes there are hypes, like the way there is hypes around Peter Obi, and a lot of people, due to what had happened previously during ensues in 2020, so many people just, you know, voted Labour Party from top to bottom of the ballot paper. And at the end of the day, they got a lot of all these old politicians from the PDP and the APC who deviated and joined the Labour Party at the dying minute. They eventually elected most of them into House of Representatives without, you know, into Senate without even knowing, simply because they are so, they are not, they just want to change things. They just don't want the two strong party, even though there are a lot of other parties, but those are the two strong party. And if you look at it, Tinubu at this stage, you can't say he is 100%. I am not a doctor, but even if you are not a doctor, you can't be stupid enough or dumb enough to look at that man and think that Tinubu that was ruling Lagos years back, I'm talking about maybe 16, 18 years back, is the same Tinubu speaking today. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't feel it that Tinubu was selected the president of Nigeria. He already said it, Mr. Emilokan. I call him Mr. Emilokan of Nigeria. I know he is going to come in power. I've told people, I said there is no way anybody else is going to come in. This thing, people need to understand politics. It's fixed. They kind of fix it and they use people, you know, that's why I call a lot of people useful idiots. They use them to achieve their dreams, to achieve their aim, to create enmity between them, their families, their friends. You know, when you start fighting each other, I'm in different party, you are in different party. Anyway, long story short, I don't want to go into too much of the politics of it. Just before the election and after the election, there are so many dramas. I'm not going to play all of these things, but these are all the candidates. I think that's Atiku for PDP, Tinubu APC, Obi Labour Party. Those are the three strong parties, and Kwakwanzo, I can't really remember his own, maybe ADC or something. And I think this is one of Abiola's son. I'm not sure whether it's called Abiola. Then Sowore, who would have gotten my vote if I live in Nigeria, to be honest. I will still trust Sowore than Peter Obi. Sowore is not a politician. He is a journalist, even though he's a good journalist, but I think the downfall of Sowore and why people are not listening to him is because he's a very wonderful journalist, but he doesn't have a discernment spirit. And why he's getting a lot of, you know, sticks from people whereby they don't want to vote for him or even listen to him is because of the way he supported Buhari in 2015. If he has had a discernment spirit, I've done a video about this thing. In 2011, when Buhari lost, the last loss of Buhari, that was 2011 was maybe the third time he has been contesting and he couldn't get anywhere until Tinubu come to the rescue, the main godfather, who literally just wants president at the end of his name whenever he passes on. So Sowore literally was saying that, oh, Buhari is going to do amazing things, judging Buhari from that old time Buhari was a leader of Nigeria, thinking that it's the same Buhari. I always tell people, when you become a president or a governor for like maybe 4 years and you want to come back, definitely there's something you are profiting off of it and you still want to come back and enjoy that benefit at the expense of anybody else. I call that selfishness. I always say it. Everybody have one selfishness spirit in them. How you now tame it down is left to you. So with Sowore, what happened to him is that, just like a lot of people, he believed Buhari is going to do well. And as a journalist, when everything turns out, he started calling him out. But by then, people were calling him a traitor, that maybe Buhari didn't fulfill all of his promises to him. But why I said that he's a great journalist, but not someone with a discernment spirit, is that, excuse me, there was a video that came out around that 2011 when Buhari lost. Is on Al Jazeera, and I think I have a copy of it on my YouTube here somewhere, whereby they interview Buhari. I think Al Jazeera interviewed Buhari. Then I think at that time, my second daughter was like a year or so around that time. So I'm always watching news. I kept tab of things, even though I'm not so much interested in going into politics, but I know a lot about it. So then Buhari said, oh, he's not going to stop all these nuisance, all these, you know, Halimanjiri people burning down churches, killing Christians, you know, literally destroying properties of the Yorubas and Igbos living in the north, simply because Buhari lost. And they believe that, oh, they cheated him out of the position. Is Buhari that's supposed to win that position? So when they interview Buhari and ask him, like, oh, Mr. Buhari, you are supposed to be the president. Obviously, you contested and you lost the election. It was just like, he was saying it in Hausa, but they are interpreting it. He literally said that it's not going to stop them. They are fighting for their right. That moment, me and my husband will look at each other. I'm like, oh, thank God this man didn't even win anything. So when Tinubu brought him in 2015, I was telling a lot of people, this man is not going to do anything. He is nepotic. You can really tell the way he was supporting violence against other tribes simply because he didn't win. So around that time, I know it's like a do or die for Buhari as at the time, but Tinubu, with his hand, with the way they call Yoruba, alabosi, like Yoruba is full of that thing. Now, Tinubu was not even the leader of the APC. I don't know how he was able to hijack APC from Bisi Akande and Olashore. Those are the people that started APC. He hijacked it. Before you know it, he put it under his, under his arm, under his guard. And he brought Buhari, literally sold Buhari to everybody. And that's how Buhari came into power. The fact that Tinubu was talking about how he's unlokan, like is an entitlement, then I know that the problem we have in Nigeria is not entirely tribalism per se. They just want us. They want the Nigerian, the lower class Nigeria. Because I'm not even going to say there is middle class. You see that you are in the upper class or the lower class. What really existed in Nigeria is mostly classism. It's about class. These people, they will contest against each other, but they will still break breads together. They will make fun together. And the useful idiots are going to be there fighting each other because of them. These people don't fight each other. Peter Obi will still see Tinubu tomorrow. He will still go to Tinubu's, when Tinubu is in White House or whatever. Peter Obi will still go, I mean Aso Rock. Sorry, I thought I'm talking about America. I mean Aso Rock. They will still laugh. They will attend events, So, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, as you know, Tinubu, there is no way Tinubu is contesting for anything. Or Tinubu has been in power. I'm not going to say Tinubu is not the one controlling Lagos. He literally controls most of the revenue of Lagos. And Tinubu installed people as governor in Lagos. If you remember, Tinubu is the only governor that refused to pay to the federal government when he was asking for some certain, maybe then it was Obasanjo. Obasanjo said, oh, I'm not going to give you your allocation. And Tinubu was like, okay, yes, let's do it. After all, I know what Lagos State generated to the federal government, and he refused to pay. So Tinubu has become this big godfather, even bigger than Adedubu of Ibadan. Then, so to cut the long story short, I will never be in support of somebody that has made politics to become, family affair. If you don't know, his wife, ever since he left governorship, that's how politics play out. Don't get me wrong. This is how politics play out in Western world as well, especially America. And I notice Nigeria is following in the footsteps of American politics. Because in America as well, if a president comes, you will see the wife come out. Typical example of it is Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. So I'm just giving you an example. It's not just about Tinubu alone, but I'm just saying that Tinubu is playing that kind of game with Nigerians, because before you know it, Remi Tinubu is also a senator. Remi Tinubu has gone to Abuja. Remi Tinubu is like, I don't know, I can't call her a speaker, but she's so vocal in the House of Rep in Abuja, and everybody know that Tinubu's wife is there. The daughter of Tinubu is the Iyaloja of Lagos. The Lekki toll gate where the massacre happened, the advert company that gives advert when you are passing that Lekki toll gate is owned by Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu. So I'm just saying this to let you know that Lagos is owned literally by Tinubu. As soon as Tinubu left, Raji Fashola came in power, and he was literally installed by Tinubu. So Tinubu is the godfather of APC. And Tinubu has a muscle. The muscle is called MC Oluomo. And everybody know MC Oluomo, even the Igbos. This guy is NURTW, Nigerian Union Road Worker, Transport Worker, or whatever you call it. A lot of people call him tout. Even me, I refer to him as a tout, as a thug. We've heard stories about him. People that they work together. Typical example of that is Kunle Poli, whose wife came out last year and started begging people to please beg MC Oluomo to not paying her husband. So we know what he dig his hands into. And obviously, these kind of people, they don't leave their children around, despite his thuggery, his behavior. In fact, MC Oluomo already has a documentary on BBC. I'm talking about maybe around 2012 or 2013. I'm not so certain. And they were talking about how people embraced him, how people would die for him. I saw that documentary. I was shocked. Like, wow. So we promote thuggery and all of these things now. So I can't remember who covered that documentary. I think it's Rose Kemp or so. I think it's Rose Kemp. And they show Lagos Island, how this guy owns the entire of Lagos. So where Nollywood comes in is through MC Oluomo. MC Oluomo is like the link between the powerful people and the Nollywood actresses. What they do is that they date all these politicians and they bankroll them and they lie to their followers on Instagram that, oh, hard work pays off, blah, 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 blah. So now when Tinubu was contesting, MC Oluomo expected all the Nollywood actors and actresses, due to everything he has contributed into their career, into their life, he is taught that they owe him something like, okay, you owe me your how do I call it, your allegiance, that you all will have to campaign and vote for Tinubu and tell all your, all the followers, the stand fans that follow you, that stands you, that say you can never do anything wrong in their eyes. You need to, do something and talk to them. Before you know it, Iyabo Ojo was like, no way, I'm not going to support this. What happened with APC? She wasn't even talking about what happened with Tinubu. She was saying that Tinubu is a nice person. Tinubu has done a lot for a lot of people. And MC Oluomo has done so much for her as well. And there is this guy called Lege Miami and other nuisance actors who doesn't even understand the meaning of atheism. So atheist, because someone called him and said, hey, I'm an atheist. This guy was flying up and down, going crazy. So Lege called that Iyabo Ojo. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You are Omale Yoruba, bringing tribe into all of these things. They believe that if you are a Yoruba person and you are not going to vote for Tinubu, then you are a betrayer, which I think is so stupid and silly, because the person that actually devised this divide and conquer mechanism in politics, please, I really want to know that person, because that person did something. It's not for Nigeria alone. It's not for African continent alone. It's all over the world. And if you look at politics, that is where people divide. Before, it's always like, oh, mine will win. It's like a football match. Oh, my club will win. Mine will win. But now, it's like a do or die affair. Like, people will go to the extreme of not talking to each other. And I'm not talking about Nigeria alone. Look into America and see what is going on. Look in UK. These politicians are gaining more power, more power every day. And what the Economic Forum is giving them ideas of what they can do with their power. Mr. Santa Claus. I don't want to go too deep into that. I'm just telling you so that you guys know I know what I'm talking about when it comes to politics. But long story short, Iyabo Ojo was like, no, I'm a free thinker. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're not going to force me to vote for anybody. And as for MC Oluomo is my friend. It doesn't mean that I have to support his candidate. It doesn't mean I don't have to have the mind of my own. Before you know it, all other actresses, you can see I put their pictures in my thumbnail. Dayo Amusa, there was one called Dayo Amusa. There was one called Aduni Ade. No, let me not categorize Aduni Ade. Aduni Ade's situation is even different again. Dayo Amusa, Bimbo Akisanya, all these forgotten actresses. Aminatu Papapa, something Adekogbe or so, that girl is called. And one other local girl that Iyabo Ojo actually picked as one of all these, my baby in Nollywood. They like to have babies in Nollywood. This lady is called Kudi Alagbo. That's what she's popularly called. And I think her name is Kudirat or something like that. So this lady too was part of it. And before you know it, they started dragging each other. Lege was dragging Iyabo Ojo. or you are a betrayer, you are this, you are that, you are supposed to support MC Oluomo. MC Oluomo has done this for you, MC Oluomo has done that for you. And Iyabo Ojo came out and literally said, yes, everything you said is done. He has done it. But this is the video. It's still on Iyabo Ojo's page. You can look at it. I'm not going to, play the video. I'm just going to summarize. Iyabo Ojo actually, makes a lot of sense in this. And I'm going to show you a post again about the governorship candidate. So before you know it, they dragged her. And she said, yes, MC Oluomo gave me money when my mom died. MC Oluomo did this. MC Oluomo did that. But it doesn't mean I shouldn't have a mind of my own. In fact, I was so impressed with her. I'm not going to lie to you. That's how people need to think. You don't owe anybody your loyalty. Your loyalty should be to your God. And, discernment, discern. You need to know what you're doing. All of these Nollywood actresses cried during ensues. Now, you are saying that she should still vote for this same set of people that caused all the ensues. Sorry, guys. So now you are still asking her to vote for the same set of people that caused the ensues situation, like, oh, you need to vote for them. If you don't vote for Tinubu, you are Malay Yoruba. All this thing was going on, and before you know it turns to tribal war, but it wasn't so bad. Aduni Ade situation as well. Aduni Ade, I don't even know whether she voted for Tinubu or Obi, but long story short, MC Oluomo's second in command, Zagaza, he came for her. No, it's not even Zagaza that came first. It was Kudi Alagbo and one that they called Bear I told you about, Minato Kapapa. They called her out simply because Aduni Ade was saying that because of 90,000, a lot of them are breaking their back. And before you know it, MC Oluomo himself, he decided to respond to Iyabo Ojo and literally said that he's not going to be helping any one of them anymore. Yeah, what he's going to be doing now is the people that call CGI. That CGI is the one, I spoke about this thing. Bimbo Akintola was part of the leads of this CGI when I was talking about Toyin Abraham. Toyin Abraham's situation is there as well. Toyin Abraham, when I made that video, I was even saying that people need to leave her alone. At least I like that she's not influencing anyone to vote for Tinubu or vote for who they don't want to vote for. But not knowing that Toyin Abraham is playing the long game. Toyin Abraham was actually doing that simply because she wants people to watch a movie first. She was promoting Ijakuma then. As soon as she knows that, okay, Ijakuma has grossed some certain amount of money, before you know it, Toyin Abraham declared that, oh, Tinubu is my candidate. I'm not going to say don't vote for Tinubu or anything like that, but she literally said that Tinubu discussed the policy and everything with her. But the only thing she didn't do is to tell us about that policy. So Iyabo Ojo is showing what MC Oluomo said. I wish I can rewind this. I don't know what happened to Instagram that you can't even... It's a long video. Before it's so easy for you to expand on the video. I'm trying to... Okay, let me see.
When I heard this, I felt it was just, obviously he goes to a lot of parties. Do you understand? Okay. But when he got to that part I played earlier,
Three weeks are 4 days. Wow. Omashiwaju is special.
Ọlọ́run ọba nìyẹn kó máa ronú ọkùnrin kálukú. Muslim ni wá. Tí bá jẹ́ gbẹ̀jì ológun kàgbọ́ ó yẹ kó lọ́n bá sọ fún mi gbọ́ yí pé ó ti àṣà Ọlọ́run á ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wọn náà. Mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní US. Ó ní social media tó fi bá ti yàn jẹ́ wọ́n máa padà fi bá tiẹ̀ náà jẹ́ ni.
Okay, anyway, ito kàn mí nínú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn because gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ló kàn mí, but ito kàn mí nínú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lèmi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí báyìí. Èmi náà wà náà tó ń ṣorí ní ayé fún yàn. Yóò dẹ̀ ń lóṣù tí ó rí.
Anyway, if you want to watch that video, you need to go to Iyabo Ojo's page and actually watch that video. In fact, I'm actually impressed with her in all of this, even though, as you know, Iyabo Ojo, she came out with one video, you know, all these TikTok Iyabo Ojo does, and I know she's actually, you know, it's like an underhand shade, even though a lot of people, I don't know if I can even play the music. Please watch this video and watch the one she did previously about the whole situation. And, you know, the Adoni Ade situation, I don't know much than Adoni Ade was literally throwing shade out there. A lot of these Nollywood actresses supporting Tinubu simply because of MC Oluomo. You know the link, just what MC Oluomo said now, that they can't go and meet Tinubu's son because, you know, Tinubu's son is so they are the thugs, they are the, you know, muscle behind Tinubu that people can, you know, all these Nollywood actresses, and I'm not going to lie, these people are doing it simply because of what MC Oluomo has done for them. The only thing they are not doing is using their brain, that every money MC Oluomo is having today is because of the backing of Tinubu. A lot of people, this guy, he collects money from all these danfo driver, taxi driver, all this money he accumulates and he makes the transport fare. It goes up because this guy needs to tax all those commuter drivers. He taxes them, and you know, a day this guy can make millions. And what does he do with the money? He sleeps around with all these Nollywood actresses. So sometimes when this guy was talking and I was listening to that video Iyabo Ojo was playing for you, I'm like, yeah, you guys put yourself in that position. When you dine with the devil, your spoon needs to be really long. And that's what you're getting now. Same thing with Adoni Ade. I did not even believe it when someone accused her of sleeping with Zagaza. That's MC Oluomo, second in command. So it was really all mess. It was so messy. Anyway, you guys, Tinubu was selected. He was declared the winner. Obi is going to court to contest that. Now the governorship election is coming up. That's how Gisova posted about the GRV, which is the governor of Lagos State. Before you know it, this one turned to real war. Hey, in fact, it was really bad. I know that thing, that tribal war has been brewing simply because of Peter Obi and Tinubu. A lot of people, they were not even talking about Sowore. Sowore is also a Yoruba man. Why don't you fight for him as well? Why are you fighting as if it's not Tinubu, then it's no one else? These people are acting silly and stupid to me, because fighting for this one, oh, he has to be Tinubu, because Tinubu feel that he has this self-entitlement to the post, simply because that was the agreement between him and Buhari, that, oh, if I make you the president, then when your turn finish, it's going to be my turn. I think that is what he is. And he is having that entitlement mentality, like, it's my turn. And all the stupid people that follows him around as well, they think, oh, he's his turn. They went to the extent of saying that Obasanjo doesn't want another Yoruba president. So if we look at it, why would Obasanjo not want another Yoruba president? These people are the most silliest people. If you look at the history of Nigeria since Olori Buruku Lord Lugard put them together, or the girlfriend or whatever, the concubine, they encourage this putting together of this western northern region and everything. If you look at the history, the people that has governed and lead Nigeria most are the Fulanis, and these people are not even originally Nigerians, But the Igbos, the Yorubas that are supposed to come together, no, they will not. Everybody is fighting for themselves. Like, oh, it has to be me. The Igbos are saying, no, we've never been there since Azikwe. The Yoruba was like, oh, it's only Obasanjo that has been the president. We need another one. Someone hasn't got any. You are fighting for the second one. You still accused this man simply because they call it out there. He called it out that there is a lot of discrepancies in the election. But that's not even the case. Now moving to governorship election. Before I move on, I want to show you what this thug son, MC Oluomo's son, posted just after they declared Tinubu that he has been selected as the president. MC Oluomo's son, you know, that one that blab every time. This boy blah 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 blah. It's just like Tinubu, you know. This boy just come up with any nonsense. Is like bulu bulala, like his father's boss. See, he said, I make a course from today to tomorrow. You know, they remove 5 naira from my account, and you know they reduce the vote waiting no get. No be me tell una parent, make them day unfortunate. Can you imagine? Look at him. They sent this boy to America. He still looks like someone that is selling Ireke at Oshodi. At the end of the day, what they said, lion begats lion. So he begat, even if he sent them to the mass, they will still remain MC Oluomo's kids. And if truly everything they accuse this man of is true, the karma is going to come, and it's going to come with full force. I just don't, you know, I just hope these kids can handle it, because it might not even be on the kids alone. It might go on to their own children as well, because when karma visits, it visits in a very big way. So I don't want to go too much into that. Let's just now move into Sanwo-Olu. So now today, as I'm coming on this video, I noticed Sanwo-Olu eventually gave his reason about ensues, and he said he wasn't the one that ordered it. I saw this on Linda Ikeji Instagram post. So before I move into that, as I'm looking for it, I'm going to just tell you. So before you know it, Gisova posted about Geronto or whatever. The guy, JRV, they call him JRV. I think his name is Gbadebo. Chinedu, I think his name is Chinedu, but obviously he puts the Gbadebo in his name. So Gisova now posted about him being an IPOB member and everything he has tweeted in the past concerning IPOB and the support, his support for what's the name of this guy? Nnamdi Kanu, you know, that one that always incite violence and everything. So as soon as Gisova posted that, all the Higos they were ailing and saying that, oh, Tinubu never, blah blah blah. They were not happy that Gisova was talking about their candidate. When Gisova was talking about other candidates, calling Sanwo-Olu, Sanwo-Oku, these people were so happy, you know, they are always in support. But now it comes to their candidate, that is when they now say Gisova has collected money, blah, 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 like they are president. So, and Gisova came with some evidence, you know, simply saying that this guy has tweeted a lot of terrible things about Yorubas, that if truly is a Yoruba person, how come he's tweeting these terrible things about Yoruba people? So Gisova posted that, and this guy did not deny that he didn't post it. However, where I'm bothered about it is that these tweets are not even years back. They are literally tweets from 2021, you know. It's like, it's something that is just about 2 years back. It's not really something that you will say, oh, it's been it's been years that this guy have this kind of thinking. But now this guy is talking about this, you know. Lege Miami did his own as well, literally, you know, being a bigot, talking about tribes. If you are not Yoruba this, Yoruba that. Same thing with all of these useless actors and actresses. They believe because they are Yorubas, they have allegiance to vote for their slave master. So that's all their belief. At the end of the day, people need to have their whole mind and decide whatever they want to do. But if that is profiting them, good for them. They should go ahead. Even this guy, Banky W, he lost his own seat as well, simply because people just want APC out. They just want them out. Before you know it, APC came up with this thing that, oh, Igbos are just trying to run them out of town. That there are some other candidates that wants to go for governorship in Lagos, but Peter Obi decided to go with this Chinedu called Gbadebo, and simply because Gbadebo's mom is from Anambra, maybe same town as Peter Obi. And when I look into the story of this guy, the story is literally believable, because this guy is tweeting everything Gisova accused him of tweeting. And the story is that this guy, the mom, when the mom got pregnant for the dad did not accept him. I don't know whether it's because of tribe or whatever. The dad did not accept him. And before you know it, the mom took him, the mom literally catered for him, look after him. This is common in a single mother household, especially if he's a bitter baby mama. They will explain everything that goes on and even add jara to eat to their kids. And these kids will harbor hatred for the dad. Where I have issue with this JRV is that even if you hate your dad so much, you cannot paint all Yorubas with same brush. Evil doesn't have color, it doesn't have tribe, it doesn't have, you get what I'm saying? Like, a father that wants to be absent, it doesn't mean that, oh, because this person is a Yoruba, that's why he's an absentee father. Because this person is Igbo, that's why he's an absentee. No, they are just useless. It happens among every tribes. So this guy literally harbor hatred towards his dad, and I think that spills over to the entire Yoruba people. But now you live in Yoruba land, and in 2021, you're still tweeting, supporting IPOB. I'm not saying don't support IPOB or whatever. A lot of people supported Sunday Igboho, agitating for Yoruba nation. But it gets to a stage, I don't know whether it's political, that this IPOB, they look like a terrorist organization at some point. And even things that Nnamdi Kanu uttered from his mouth so many times, it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well, and it doesn't sound like somebody that is just agitating. If I put him side by side with Sunday Igboho, that doesn't even, you know, Sunday Igboho is not really a learned person like that. Sunday Igboho is not even going to be talking the way Nnamdi Kanu is talking to these IPOB members. You know, the way he incites violence, the way he talks about violence. And this guy, JRV, literally have the same kind of mentality. So he tweeted a lot of tweets. You can go on Gisova. Now Gisova is the verified account. A lot of people don't follow that blog. Follow Gisova, or you can look for Gisova. Is a verified account. Is the only verified Gisova account on Instagram. Look for it. You will see all his tweets, everything with his name, the date, the time, and everything about this JRV. But that's what I see about that. He harbors hatred towards his dad. Then, if he has forgiven his dad, how come is still, you know, talking about how Yorubas are this Yoruba? And that's 2021. So it's really disturbing. And that's why I said Iyabojo really impressed me, because Iyabojo actually came out and said that she's not sure she really wants to vote for Labour Party in the governorship election. That true, she decided to go. She decided to be a Labour Party member, but at the same time, she's not going to just vote for someone blindly, because it doesn't sit well with her what she heard about this JRV. I'm going to just put that. I think the video is going so long. It's been a while, you guys, and I'm just pouring everything down. So let me just share this, and we're going to see what happened on Saturday. See, this is my comment. This is what Iyabojo had posted on her page about the upcoming governorship election. She talked about APC, and she said she likes Sanwo-Olu, but the only issue she has about Sanwo-Olu is because of that NSAS protest and what happened at Lekki Toll Gate. And like I told you, Sanwo-Olu went to Arise TV and spoke about it. People have been asking him what happened. Who give the order? And Sanwo-Olu won't say. He still did not say, but he stylishly was pointing to the president of the nation, that that's the person that gives the order. That's what it sounds like to me, even though he didn't say it boldly that that's what happened. He just literally said that, you know, the situation that happened, and once CPS did not listen to him, Tinubu tries to, you know, come in and say this is not what we're going to do, but the person did not listen to him. What this is telling me is that if Sanwo-Olu can say that the CPS does not listen to him, he's not in control of the security of Lagos State, he's not in this. Go on Linda Ikeji, you will see that interview, or go on Arise TV, you will see that interview. I'm trying to show it to you, but the time is the video is getting too long. So if you get to this stage, please go on Linda Ikeji or go on Arise TV and look for Sanwo-Olu talking about ensues and who gives the order. So he didn't say who gives the order, but what I can get from the short clip posted by Linda Ikeji is that he's not in control of the security, which I find so strange, because if you look at the American politics they are trying to follow, as a governor, you might not be able to control the military, which I quite understand is not in control. But when they are coming to your state, it's the right of the president to take permission from the governor. Even if the governor doesn't want it, he has to go through some channel, which might be really late. So in that situation, I would say that Sanwo-Olu tried by trying to warn people that don't be at that toll gate. But Sanwo-Olu knows what is about to go down. That's what I would say. He knows what is about to go down. And that was why there was a warning out 2 days before then that please don't stay at that toll gate in Lekki. Leave. This information might come from his PR team simply because they know what the soldiers are planning, what Abuja is planning. Everybody know that he was worried, but they are accusing Tinubu simply because they know that Sanwo-Olu doesn't make any decision by himself. He said it himself. He's like a figurehead. He's like a puppet being controlled by the puppet master, who is Tinubu. Anyway, we are going to see what is going to happen. We're going to see what is going to happen on Saturday. A lot of people said he's done a great job in Lagos. Let's see what happened at the end of the day. I don't live in Nigeria, but people need to just keep their emotions away and think about it. We are in this situation in Nigeria simply because our parents, they talk about changing the status quo, but they never change it. Now this generation is talking about changing the status quo, but at the same time, they are doing the same thing, expecting different results. You cannot do the same thing over and over again and you expect different results. Anyway, you guys, that's all I can say about this. Let's hope there is no more shock, just like what happened today, like the shop that got burnt. Even some people are accusing the GRV that he was the one that let them burn the place simply because he pledged 15 million. A lot of these people don't understand about politics. He might not be. Why will he do that to start with? Those are his people. He goes. Those are his people as well. He just sees that opportunity to, try and show himself simply because Sanwo-Olu gave the pensioner 1.2 billion as well, which is something that will make all the pensioner come out and vote for him. Same all these generations they've enslaved for years. Now they give them money, they will come out in mass and vote. And JRV just look at it as well as, okay, my people, let me to give you 15 million and I will rebuild this thing if I become a governor. That's what they call politics. Pointing finger and saying that this is the person that did it, this is the person that did it, is Yoruba people that burned their shop. It's crazy to me because there are so many fires that happen in Lagos Island, in shops. There was a time they was even accusing one woman that everything that happens in that place is because of this woman. Anyway, you guys, I think I've talked and talked. I still have about 2 more videos to go. I want to hear your opinion about this. I don't want any tribalistic rubbish, tribalistic nonsense. I don't look at people based on tribe. I look at you based on your character, based on your behavior. Like I said, evil doesn't have a tribe, evil doesn't have a color, evil doesn't have a race. So evil is evil no matter what color, race, tribes, or anywhere it comes from. Anyway, guys, I want to hear your opinion. Let's continue in the comment section below. And on your way out, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share if you like it, if you think it's worthy of sharing. And if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. And I will see you in my next one. I'm out. Peace out. Bye.
So subscribe and get that gist with the one and only DEBBIEFASHSTYLE. Yeah.